Enterprise-grade Wi-Fi is great when it's working. Unfortunately, I cannot say that about my Ubiquiti setup, specifically the management part, the Unify controller software, which can be a bit problematic. In this video, I'm checking out a very interesting cloud-managed alternative from my networking ally Zyxel. The NAP 102 features 2 input and 2 output data streams, offering up to 1200 megabits of bandwidth, while the more advanced NAP 203 has 3 input and 3 output data streams for 50% more throughput. The basic model features a single antenna pattern optimized for ceiling mount, while the more advanced unit has dual antennas patterns that user can select for optimal Wi-Fi signal processing depending whether it's ceiling or wall mounted. The NAP 102 measures just 13 cm in diameter and it's a little over 5 cm tall. It has a small status LED and a Zyxel logo on top. It can be powered either using the included 12-volt DC power adapter or through the network cable, as it supports the PoE 802.3 AF standard with the power draw rated at 9 watts. The NAP 203 has a slightly larger footprint, but it's 2 cm slimmer. It sports a set of LEDs, which I think is more convenient for maintenance and support in business environment. This one can be only powered through PoE, but this is expected from a business-grade networking hardware. The NAP 203 has actually 2 1 gigabit LAN ports. PoE for power and network connection, and another one working as a switch that allows you to extend your LAN to a second AP. There's also a small switch for selecting ceiling or wall orientation for optimized radio performance. Installation process is pretty straightforward, and both units come with screws and very neat drywall plugs, so you don't need to visit a hardware store. Screw the base plate into the ceiling or the wall, connect the LAN cable, align the unit with the base plate, and rotate it clockwise to lock it in place. Upon initial boot up, your devices will check if there is a firmware update available. Firmware upgrade is performed automatically and takes a few minutes. Just make sure that your internet connection is up and running and the access point will automatically connect to the cloud without any user intervention. The same with Ubiquiti would require the configuration of controller URL on each device and opening ports on firewall in controller side. A blinking green LED means that the unit is connected and ready for initiation. The software side of things is handled by Zyxel's Nebula account management interface, which also has a mobile app companion that will make your life so much easier if you have to register a bunch of devices. There's no need to install a separate software like you have to when setting up a network using Ubiquiti products. All you have to do is register for a Nebula account and go through basic setup steps, such as creating an organization and a site. Such logical division is essential when managing complex sites, and Nebula does a lot to make maintenance tasks as convenient as possible. Upload floor plans and place devices onto it, so you know exactly where to look for a unit that might require maintenance. Configure SSID with Facebook social login authentication. Set up another site by simply cloning an existing one. Adding devices using Nebula Cloud Management is as easy as entering MAC address and serial number in the inventory and assigning it to your site of choice. The mobile app is just as convenient. Simply scan the QR code that's on the bottom of the device, and in pretty much no time it's ready to take further instructions. After adding your APs, the next step is creating a wireless network. Simply name your Wi-Fi network, select authentication options, radio configuration settings, and such. A very cool option, especially in busy multi-user environments, is upstream and downstream bandwidth allocation to a single client, ensuring equal experience for everyone connected. While Ubiquiti still requires the use of command line interface for many management features like device event logs, Nebula provides mostly everything you need on the controller in a very simple way. How do the NAP 102 and NAP 203 perform? The NAP 102 easily serves a bunch of clients in the bedroom section of my apartment. Amazon Alexa, Raspberry Pi audio player, smart Wi-Fi wall sockets, etc. I can stream content from my NAS server in the highest quality without a single frame dropped. Even after saturating the entire bandwidth, the NAP 102 remains stable and doesn't disconnect clients. I wall-mounted the NAP 203 to see how it performs compared to a vertically installed UAP AC Lite. And the difference is actually noticeable. Zyxel performed about 20% better compared to the Ubiquiti counterpart. When I switched from a consumer-grade Wi-Fi to Ubiquiti setup, I was a little disappointed with connection handover when roaming. I'm happy to report that Zyxel's hardware handles this much better. The transfer from one IP to the other one is pretty much seamless. As far as maintenance is concerned, Nebula products support configuration change logs and schedule firmware upgrade, while my Unify access points are missing that feature. As a matter of fact, they have been acting up recently, refusing to upgrade to the newest firmware. After forcing a new version, the Unify controller claims there's a new one and rolls back to the previous revision, which is highly annoying. Cloud-based management interface means that you can supervise and maintain your network anywhere in the world. All you need is a web browser or a mobile phone with internet connection. Nebula's interface, while not as pretty as Ubiquiti's, is much more intuitive and convenient, making possible the management of multiple customers with multiple sites under the same management portal, which can be quite challenging on Unify controllers. If you're looking for a wireless networking solution for your company, you should definitely consider Zyxel's offer. Nebula hardware lineup consists of solid performers, and the cloud-based web interface is the most convenient approach to remote management. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.